You probably have wondered why some people seem to not just have results but reproduce them over and over and over again. And you're wondering, how can this person write 10 books? How can this person write 20 books? How can this person lead 10 companies? How can this person be the leader of in a board of more than one organization and he's just doing fine, and he still have time for his family, time for managing finances and everything? And you may be wondering, how do people do this? The simple answer is, people who do this, whether they know it or not, they simply employ what is known as system thinking. Meaning, over time, they engage in activities repeatedly until it forms some form of circular system around them. And even though it doesn't appear to be like they are doing so much, breaking the bank, they seem to be producing results that are not ordinary. Now, every day they just wake up and do those same things. But then when you look at their life, what you see is that there is consistent result being reproduced. Now, these people are called system thinkers, because while you think they are really targeting one goal, what they are doing is that they are targeting and hitting as many goals as possible. So system thinking today, we are going to explore and understand the minds of high achievers. What do they really do? How do they write and hit many goals at the same time, while you are struggling to just finish your first book or even lead your first organization? How do these people move? Before we go further, let's explain what exactly is this word called systems thinking. Systems thinking simply means you think in a way that is interconnected. Now, why is systems thinking important? For a leader and for even a person who wants to achieve a lot of goals at the same time. The idea is, like what Micheal Gerber said. He said, systems permit ordinary people to achieve extraordinary results predictably. But he said without a system, even extraordinary people find it difficult to achieve even ordinary results predictably. Now, this is an amazing quote. And then he simply means that even if you remain ordinary, you can achieve extraordinary results. It means whatever it is that the world think is extraordinary, you can confidently ditch it and explore system thinking, and your life will begin to reproduce a lot of things. Now, think of the first time you join a study group in your school and you realize that your results were getting better, right? Think of how you continue to repeat that action, and the more you repeat it, you continue to see good results. Think of the fact that the first time you took maybe caffeine and you were alert and you realize that, oh, if I take caffeine, I don't sleep. So you employ that into your study schedules. Think about the fact that anytime you go for an event and you have to interact with people, you share business cards, something about your business changes. So suddenly you begin to repeat that. Think about the fact that any morning you wake up as an author, you started by writing just one paragraph, and before the year ended, you already had a book with more than 500 pages, and your life began to change. You did not do anything extraordinary. You didn't break the bank. You didn't have to do some extraordinary thing in one day, but you did ordinary things every single day, and it accumulated to become what is known as a system around your life. And it began to birth resources, and it began to birth results, and your life changed forever. Though you may not understand what it is, but today we'll explore this theory deeper. So what exactly is it if we tell a leader to employ systems thinking? We're telling a leader that there are already compartments that exist in your organization, whether you like it or not. There are different departments, right? And even in your personal life, there are systems around you. you want to maintain good health, you want to maintain great family, you want to maintain your networks, you want to maintain your cycle of friends, and many other things around you. And the only way you can do that is if you employ this thing called systems thinking. Now, a system is just a coming together of many different compartments, and then when they come together, they interact, they produce a result. Now, what I said was the coming together of different compartments and interacting together, and the result of their interaction is what we know as systems. Okay, so systems is not when you add the result of every compartment individually. No, system is when you allow compartment A to interact with compartment B, and then you get the result, the product of that interaction, and then you can call it a system. Meaning, if you want to build a system around your career, it must be the interaction of one activity and another activity and another activity, and what it births is what you can call a system. For example, you're a legal practitioner, and you know that every morning you wake up, the first thing you do is maybe you read something, you write something on your legal pad, and then you go and interact with a client, and then you defend them in court. Then you come back and you do that repeatedly until you bring this system called your career. For example, let's assume you are a medical practitioner, and you know that every morning you wake up, you need to read something to brace yourself up for the challenges that is going to definitely happen in the hospital or wherever it is that you work. And you're sure maybe you have a case study to present, a patient to meet, and all of these different activities are connected. You know that if you don't read in the morning, you probably will not be able to defend your case study when you go to the hospital. And if you can't defend your presentation, you probably are going to be in a very bad mood to attend to your patients. And if you have a problem attending to your patients will probably not enjoy these very good medical care services that you say you offer. And then you realize that your medical career has everything to do with these single activities that, even though exist individually, are actually connected to one another, and their connection to one another makes them to interact, and it is a product of that interaction that gives back to your career or the system called your medical practice career. Now, this is amazing because in every career, teaching, even blogging, whatever it is, there are different kind of activities that we involve ourselves in. And these different activities, whether we like it or not, are interacting with one another, and they are producing results that whether we know it or not,